Hello, my dear brothers and sisters. You all are the future of Sri Lanka. I am very much believing on it. You are the future of Sri Lanka. Yeah, I think you all are blessed to be as part of this great nature. So nature is very important for our survival. So we have to respect the nature first. I think we have to respect the nature than every one of us. So with this message, I would like to share my experience with you. I believe you all are sound great and sound good than me. So I don't want to advise or guide you in this moment. But I would like to use this opportunity to share my experience as a volunteer. Therefore, I am thankful to UNFPA Sri Lanka to provide this great opportunity to share my experience via video. I am really sorry I am unable to be with you physically because of some works. I think you all are coming from Southern Sri Lanka. It means you are coming from the districts of Galle, Matra and Hambantota. So all are being together today. Therefore, I would like to start my experience from South. Before starting, today I am going to share 3 important things with you. So first thing is how to build the peace in this country or in your society or inside of yours. So it is very challenging, but it's very important for us. So there are a number of stories to share with you, but I would like to start to share some stories from South. So first time I visited to Southern Sri Lanka in millennium year of 2000 when I was studying in my school. So I received a chance to serve for the people who are in Galle district for 10 days as a volunteer. The opportunity is obviously provided by St. John's Ambulance. So they have provided the greatest opportunity to me in 2000 to serve for the people in Galle district. So that is the first time I visited to southern part of Sri Lanka. So secondly, I have visited to southern part of Sri Lanka in 2013 for my study purpose. But the visiting in 2013 is mostly different than the visiting in 2000. But when I planned to visit to Hambantota in 2013, most of the people told me that it's not good to go there because that is the majority of Sinhala people are staying. So it's better to avoid to go there for your study purpose. But I took that as a challenge and started to travel to Hambantota. You may believe or not, but first person I met in Hambantota talked with me in Tamil. So I was so surprised. So most of the people that time talking in the Hambantota is full of Sinhala area, so it will be difficult to survive. But the first person I met in Hambantota Old Town area talked with me in Tamil. So it provided a very good confidence inside me to carry my works for 5 days within Hambantota district. So as my objective of that study is maybe something different. But I would like to utilize that time for understanding the minds of people in the different part of Sri Lanka. Therefore, I would like to select some houses to stay there with their families in order to observe their customs, values, traditions. So firstly, I visited to a Muslim Islamic home and discussed with those people in Tamil. They are very well explained about their culture, about their customs, about their values, how they are staying in Hambantota for a long time. That's a great story. After that, I plan to stay in one of the singular family. So one of the person helped me to discuss with one of the fisherman family who are Sinhalese to stay for 2 days. But the interesting thing is that the person, the singular person, did not allow me to talk with him also. Because he told, we are coming from Northern Sri Lanka. So definitely you are a bad people. So we are not ready to talk with you. So it's better to go out. It is something terrible to me. How can I execute my plan? But I decided I have to convince that person to stay at least for 1 day to understand what happened exactly for them with us. So finally next day I went to a school to meet the son of that person. So that son also told, my father said, we don't want to talk with you because you are the bad people. So now I am laughing. On that time I am very much confused. Why these small students are also talking like that? So after that, the same day at the evening, I went again to that home and started to talk with that father. So he started to tell the histories of last 50 years. What's happened in Colombo, what's happened in Anuradhapura, what's happened in Kandy, what's happened in other parts of Sri Lanka. So I did not like to talk more regarding that matter. So I told thanks to him and cancelled my plan and come back to Colombo. After that I met the Buddhist monk to discuss regarding this matter. I explained to him what's happening in North. And he also knows something about the situation of North for the last 50 years. So he told me that as a Buddhist monk, I will give a video clip for you. In that video clip, I will share what's the truth I know. And you can go and play to that person. After that, you can start to talk with him. So I took that video clip and went to Hambantota after 2 weeks. And I tried to meet him, but he always trying to avoid me. But finally, in the coastal area, when we went for his fishing activity, I show this video message. He watched and he quiet for some time. And after that he asked me, where is this Buddhist monk staying? So I told him he's staying in Colombo. So he asked me, he's not staying in Jaffna? I said, no, he is in Colombo. And he works sometimes in Jaffna and all of that. So after that he started to thinking and allow me to come and stay for some hours in his home to observe their daily activities. That day evening, his son came back from school. I asked him, why you were telling like that you are not a bad people? So he told me my father is dead. After that, I asked with the same question his father. He also told, I don't have any experience, but my father told this happened, this happened. And after that, we wrote some newspapers, and there are some people says this happened. So after that, I asked, have you ever been in Jaffna or Northern Province or any other part of Sri Lanka? He told, no. So I asked, how you believe these histories or stories told by other people? So after that, he started thinking. So finally, he compromised with me. I also compromised with him. But before 1 week, he told me to go out from his home. But after 1 week, he allowed me to stay for some hours. After that, I came back to Jaffna. After 1 month of period, I went to Hambantota again and tried to meet that person. So he told, after you came back to Jaffna, I went to Old Town area and discussed with some people. So they told the truth story. What's happening? What's happened? So now I believe on you. So you can stay in my home for 1 or 2 or 3 days, what you wish. So after that, I planned to stay in his home for 2 days and talk with him, his wife, and his son also. He is very much convinced, but his son is not convinced with me, because he very strongly believed we are the bad. I'm a bad person, because he is child now. So when the people are telling the stories, they don't have the ability to rationalize, to analyze the truth of that story. So they are immediately started to believing on it. So finally, I asked them to come to North. They came to Mullaitivu and stayed 1 week and observed all the things and go back at last year. So nowadays, they are willing to talk with me. They are willing to stay with us because both of us got the chance to discuss each other regarding our issues. This is the place you have to think really that if I left on the first week, what will happen? I may go back to my hometown and talk with my people. This type of people are settled in Hambantota, so we don't want to go there. Likewise, what will happen? So definitely this conflict will rise between us. But I would like to solve this one. So I got some assistance from the Buddhist monk who can make the change in the society. So that will change the attitude of a family. You may think, so making a changes in a family is not the biggest matter. That will not give the peace in the country. No, that's wrong. If we make a change in a family, or if we make a change in a person, that will give to achieve the peace in the country. So that is the place I started to believe we have to do at least the small thing that will create a big impact. If I not do that thing, what will happen? The entire generation started to believe the interpreted stories. So this is the first thing I would like to share with you, because you all are coming from South. So the first thing, so you have to share your things with others. So you should follow first. You have to be a part of a person where the issues is identified. You have to be there. Your presence must be there. The secondly, you have to start to listen the stories from different people. It means you have to ready to interact with the people to understand the exact fact for that issue. After that, you have to internalize, because you have the ability to analyze. You may be educated or not educated, but your mind has the capacity to analyze and think. So you have to internalize. Finally, you have to go for the decision. Arbitrarily, you can't accept all the things what says by others. In order to do that, in Sri Lanka, you have the ability to talk in all languages. It means Sinhala and Tamil. I'm sorry, I don't have the ability to tell you because I am unable to speak fluently in Sinhala, but I can understand, I can talk literally. I am very sorry, my dear brothers and sisters. But every one of the citizens of Sri Lanka have to have the ability to talk in Sinhala, Tamil, at least in English as a bridge language. The importance of learning language is the Sinhala and Tamil languages are always talking by the people who are in the grassroots level. The English language is only talking by some percentage of people. So if I want to share my pain with the people who are in South, I need to know Sinhala language. Likewise, the one person who suffered in South have to know Tamil language to share their pain with the people who are in North or East or Central. If we don't know the language, what will happen? We need a mediator in between us. So that mediator can play a good or bad role. He can interpret in different ways. So it will lead for a conflict among both of us. So better thing is that as a youth and future of Sri Lanka, we have to learn both languages. We may don't have the ability to write, at least we have the ability to speak and listen the Sinhala and Tamil languages. Again, I am really sorry to talking in English in between you because I am not fluently talking Sinhala. I don't want to make any mistakes in languages. That's why only I choose English to explain to you. I believe there are people to translate to you in Sinhala or Tamil. This is the first thing. The second thing I would like to share with you that there are a number of global goals. I think you may heard about sustainable development goals. There are 17 goals developed by the United Nations organization. All goals are developed in order to solve the issues which are globally affected the people. For an example, it's a poverty. It is all over the world. It is not specific for a country or region or village. The most of the countries in the world are suffering by poverty. Therefore, they took that one as a global goal to solve as soon as possible. Likewise, the HIV is a very critical health issues. Nowadays, Sri Lanka also started suffering because of that issue. Most of the African countries are struggling with these issues. Not only in Africa, in Europe, America, all over the world, it is the biggest issue. So UN thought that we have to initiate some goals to achieve by 2030 to solve these globalized issues. There are 17 goals. So one is regarding the poverty, one is regarding the primary education, other one is regarding the environment, lives below the sea water, life in the forest, the build-up environment. Likewise, there are 17 areas focused to achieve the goals in order to solve the issues which are globally spread. So these are the global goals, but these have to achieved in local level, because goals may be globalized, but the achievement of them have to be happen at the local level, because all of the population of the world are settled in local level. So we have to find a mechanism to achieve the global goals at the local level. So as a youth, we have the responsibility to do these things, because we are the future of the world, not only Sri Lanka but also for the world. So we have to find the way how we can achieve these goals at local level. I think most of the people thought that we need to have the money or we need to have some organization to achieve these goals. I think that is not only a way to achieve these global goals at local level. But every one of us have the ability to contribute to achieve these global goals at our grassroots level. For an example, the first goal is the no poverty, is the no hunger. So we may thought we are also like to contribute to achieve this goal, but we don't have the money, we don't have the institution. How can I achieve? So this is the question is always with you. But the answer is very simple. We can contribute according to our small capacity without any amount of money, without any institution we can achieve. How we can achieve? We are always getting the food 3 times in a day at least. But most of the people are wasting at least some part of the food. I think you all agree with me, no? Most of us are always wasting the food. If we preserve that food, it means when we started to eating, we can get what I need. So it means we are preserving the food. We don't want to make any wastages in foods. So it will help to achieve the global goal, that is no poverty or no hunger. How it help? If everyone in the planet started to practice this habit in their life, definitely the consumptions of food will be reduced. So it will help to supply for other countries which are needed the food to solve their problem, to solve their hunger. For an example, if we preserve our food or if we preserve our money which are spent for getting food, may help to the people who are in the hungry in Ethiopia or Somalia or some other countries, maybe in India also. So without any amount of money, we are contributing to achieve the global goals. So this is the way we have to think. We can share the experiences to all 17 goals to achieve, but this is not a time to share all the things. Therefore, my dear friends, everyone can do their contribution to achieve the global goals at your local level. So start to try. The third one I need to share with you, that is regarding the role models. So most of the youth nowadays are seeking for their role models. But in my own experience, I can tell you one thing, that there is no one to be a good role model than you for you. You are the best role model for you. none other than you. No one can be a role model for you because you have the specialized skills, specialized knowledge, you have some specialized areas to do something. But one thing I can tell you, you can get the good thing from other people. It means there are Mahatma Gandhi, there are Nelson Mandela, Indira Gandhi, Srima Bandaranaike. There are a number of people in this world to fix as an example. So you can get the good thing from them and develop yourself as a role model for you. Okay, so I strongly believe on it. I am a person to be as a role model for me. So this is the third thing I would like to share with you. So my dear friends, I think thanks for your time for listening to me. I think it will give some input for you. But again, I can tell you, you all are very great and good than me. So I don't want to advise or guide you. These all are the small experience which I gained in last 30 years of time in my life. So thank you, my dear friends. So you like to be as a volunteer. So volunteerism is a good thing. You don't think if you want to be as a volunteer, you have to attach with any institution. No, that's wrong. You can do a volunteer service within your family, within your village, within your society, within your country. So as an individual also, you can do the volunteer services. You all are born with the very ancient culture traditions. So those culture and traditions always teaching you to be as a volunteers. I am not a person to tell you about the volunteerism. You all are born with the blood of volunteers. So thank you for this opportunity provided by UNFPA to sharing my experiences. If you have any comments or if you need any clarification on my thoughts, please feel free to ask a question via email or Facebook. Thank you. Thank you very much. All the very best.